It's 6:43 in the evening on the 22nd of December 2025. About to say 2024. And I really should have filmed it from the start. But either. Well, anyway. Happy, we've set it. This is where we're at, yeah? So I've already made a like 25-minute video maybe, right? Look at how beautiful she is, right? This is sort of where we're at. What you doing, Merv? You want to say hello quickly? He's doing something important.
Putting a steak in the
thingamabob. Anyway, exactly what he said. So Happy is tied to the tow bar on this very long lead, right? Been using a harness from, well, the last time she escaped when we went to get the essential oil labels. But I realised not too long ago, as in like the last 10 minutes or so, that she doesn't actually need the harness on when we're all sitting together like this. And so I took it off and I just connected it to the collar. And, you know, keeping in mind the reason we're using the harness is because every single collar we've had up to date, she's just broken free of. But again, we're sitting here, yeah? Stolen Happy's seat. At the same time, Happy, she loves sticks, yeah? We never have to buy her a dog toy ever because she's the most happiest chewing stick. So when I got 3 different types of sticks for her, I told her to sit, I told her to stay, and then I put out 1, 2, 3 sticks. And I told her she could go nuts and choose the one she wanted. And she went for the very first one that I figured she would, right? Because here's option 1, there was option 2, we got option 3. But the funny thing was, when I picked it up, right, people, I actually went to try to snap this part off, right? Literally, I went to snap it off. And then I was like, oh, Liv, why would you do that? You know, like, the whole point is that Happy loves sticks. She's so happy loving her stick, right? So, you know, look at that. She's as happy as ever. She sure suits her name, that's for sure. And, yeah, it's quite a lovely evening. We are literally, like, there's a 7-Eleven with some amazingly decent price petrol, yeah? E10, $1.67.9, which is incredible.
considering we were paying up to $2.
Oh, travelling down the coast from central Queensland to Victoria has been one hell of an experience, people. I remember driving somewhere through Sydney because, like I said, it was absolutely essential that I get the labels for the essential oils that are going into the gift, right? And I'm so happy that I actually got out of the car and said to Merv, I'm going back into the store, right? Because I looked at these necklaces, right? There was 2. There was this one and the other one, I don't really know how to explain it. It was sort of more of like a, I want to say the word Mandarin, but I don't think that's right. Like the circle with all the different sort of, yeah, kind of. I have no idea. It is what it was. Anyway, the point is they were only $29.99, yeah? And I knew when I saw this one that I wanted it, right? The reason I keep smelling it, as Nicole asked me, why are you smelling your necklace? Is because I bought it from an essential oil store, right? Like, that's literally all they did. They were wholesalers, yeah? That's why I was able to get the labels. Some of them I don't understand. Like, what does ACO stand for? It's not even the same letters for the name of that company because they're Australian wholesale oils. That would be AWO. And there's like this sheet in the oils, right? So there's 270 labels of different essential oils. Out of the 270, 12 of them are blank for, you know, whatever you have that may not have one. For example, there is a box of 4 at Kmart, which we bought to test for ourselves before I put it in the gift, yeah, because I have ordered, I think it's like 15 or 16 different oils off Temu. It is the first time I have ever used this app, like ever, yeah. I have had people rave to me about it for years, but every time I've ever looked at something to do with Temu, those promotion things that pop up and you this and that and every other thing, and it's just like, fuck no. Like, I just remember wasting an afternoon with Merv where we finally thought that we knew what we were doing with Temu, only get to the end and it to be all these free gifts not being free at all. Do you remember that one?
I do.
Yeah, like I've got camera on you now. Like, we followed it completely, right?
Yeah, we followed it right through. We've done everything that we want to do. We selected what we wanted, worked out what we wanted, and when we got to the end, it said these free gifts, da 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 da, and you've got to spend X amount of dollars to get them.
Yeah, and it was going to be like $270, and we were told it was these like free things.
Yeah.
It was unfucking believable. So I clarify with a few people, right, about this whole why is Temu so amazing when it's just doing our hidden, yeah? And they said to me, just ignore all the free promotion crap, right, and just focus on what you actually want. So this time I did that, right, because I had all this stuff, right, saying be here by this time, you know, or credits. Listen to this though, right? When I purchased the oils, it said they will arrive between the 23rd of December and the 31st of December, or I get an automatic free $5 credit to my account, right? Once the tracking went out, right, it then said arrive between the 23rd of December and the 5th of January, or you get a $5 credit. And I'm just like, how the fuck do these people just change the rules as they go? But at the same time, I'm super confused about what I've done. I was potentially higher than I thought when I did the purchase, right? Because I looked at it for so long after, like a few days after, going, why do I have 2 PayPal payments to Temu? Why do I have 2, right? And you would not believe how many times it took me. It took me so many times. It's quite unbelievable now when I think about it, to realize that at the end of my order on my Temu account, right, that the amount that I was fully charged was like $39 something change. So the simple fact that I have, and this is where I'm confused, yeah, but if I work it out logically, there are 10 items in the cart in total, right? 10 items. Now the entire amount is just under $40, so $39 change, right? Which seems pretty amazing for 10 items in the account, in the chart, yeah, cart. You know what I'm saying, people. And the only thing I purchased was 10ml essential oil bottles. That was it. Obviously the 15ml are better, but I needed to know that they had the stoppers, because you know you could go to any store anywhere, like a $2 store, reject store, whatever it might be, and get essential oils for $2.50 pretty much everywhere. Me and Merv went and checked out a bunch of places. The problem is though, none of them have the stoppers, yeah? And like the things that, like, so they only come out one point at a time. Drippers, yeah, drippers. Because and not the kind, like, because I remember when I went into dusk and I said with the drippers, and then the reason I didn't use that word is because that makes some people think of the ones where you gotta like squeeze the top and then pull out. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Those bottles with the eye dropping things. Yeah. So we're not talking them. We're talking about essential oils that have a stopper or dropper, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So that you can, like, a couple drops will come out. Like, I have a few that don't have them. You know, they cost $2.50 and they smelled amazing. And without it on you, darling, without fail, trying to pour those oils, what's it like?
Yeah, when I opened up the musk the first time, well, and the last time, I just opened up, didn't look, and I tipped, thinking it was going to be a dripper, and
Right?
it flooded. And I thought, oh crap, that's the best part of
Most
a
of
third of a bottle.
Yep. Exactly right.
And yeah, no, it's no, don't get them without the dripper in them.
Exactly. The fact that there are 10 items in my Temu account for the total of just under $40, I think that's a winner, right? Here's where I got really confused, okay? This is live in 3D when she's high, yeah? Right. For starters, I kept reading the amount at the bottom of the car wrong because I had the 2 PayPal payments and it was driving me crazy, right? Because one of them was for $5.42. And again, I guess this is what people mean when they say ADHD, because like I constantly hear people say, I know what ADHD means, I know what it is, I know this, that, and everything else, and I just think to myself, well, I've got it, and I don't know fucking any of it. I've got to research for myself, because the amount of things that my brain does or does not do that causes me that much overwhelm, anxiety, or just plain old wasting time, which is the example I'm about to give you with this PayPal stuff, is quite unbelievable, right? So I kept looking at this PayPal and I kept thinking there's 10 items in my car. I only made one purchase. I've only ever used Temu once in my life. And my theory was, worst case scenario, they did not get here in time. I can still go and purchase essential oils elsewhere, right? At the end of the day, that was my thoughts and theories on making this purchase, right? Which seemed pretty wise to me. And out of the 10 items in the cart, right, one of them happens to be a box set of 6, right? So if you think about that, that would make it 5. Right there, she cracked or something? Alright. So I'll finish this up quickly. So basically, in the cart, right, it turns out that I'd obviously made a purchase and there was 9 things in the cart, right? And I paid for that during PayPal. And then I added to the cart one other oil, right, at $5.42. Happy, do not walk through it. Good girl. Good girl. That's a poo, yeah? Good girl. Trying to teach her so she doesn't walk around for flipping hours in the middle of the night when she needs to go. But anyway, I actually added another oil, right, to the cart extra. So they're all being sent the same, right? And the oil costs $5.42, yeah? Which for starters, I'm super confused about it all because, you know, each of the oils are roughly just under $4, like $3.97. They all sort of vary. But this particular oil that I've added, yeah, at $5.42, like I said, it's singular. I added it separately. It's caused me to have the 2 PayPal payments come out, which just I was so freaking confused about. Babe, you are a little vicious dog. This is just horrible sometimes. You have your own water bottle. I mean, in all fairness, the poor man is losing his eyesight, but fuck man, he is vicious. But anyway, this particular oil, this is what I find really weird too, Merv, yeah? Side note, when I grabbed the box that I'm going to be putting the gift, like it's all a part of the gift, it was literally sitting on top of the other box that we need, full of all the rest of my oils. And I have no idea where my mouth spray is gone. It's fallen out. Oh no, there it is. I need it in my little pouch, see? You know, Paige made it for me. Anyway. Yeah, no, she's on the right side of the bowl. It's all good. Anyway, the actual oil that I've added is an oil that I've got myself, and I got all my oils predominantly through Datura. That's a whole different thing. Got sucked into that. Thankfully, I got out. But anyway, it's an oil that is so pungent, right? Like so thick and so that I almost never used it myself. And I find it really, really interesting that I've added it extra, right? And it's the most expensive one in the cart. So I got no idea what went through my mind, or if I just accidentally selected the wrong one because I wanted a different one, because I've gone into them and there were a number to choose from. But like I said, anyway, so I want to fill the box. The box has a space for 24 actual oils and like one carrier oil, which I have to look at, right? You know, the bigger one in the middle. And there'll be 15 coming, and they've landed in the country. I've got the tracking number, so they should be here in a couple of days. And I was meant to see my doctor for the first time today at 4:30 in the afternoon, but because I very, very much want to give her gift, and it's not a Christmas gift to me, it's a, oh my god, I love you so much, I'm so happy to be back, I can't wait to give her a hug and just tell her that she truly is the best thing in the world to me, right? Now, I've mentioned a few times that the first thing that came to mind was, you are truly the best, Elaine. And then me and Merv was like, we could work on it a bit, and you know, I was like, yeah. But he came up to me a day or two ago and he was like,
Oh, I can't remember what I said.
basically that simple is best, and what I originally came up with is the right way to go. You are truly the best, Elaine. That's it. Sweet, simple and short and to the point. Like, I want to travel the country with Merv, yeah? We've been talking about it. The van needs a bunch of work, and we are very, very grateful to be here, where we are.
Absolutely.
Like, where we are is beautiful. We're like super, well, we're like an hour away from my doctor or so, I think, which is how far away I was when I lived to begin with. Maybe hour 20, nothing, right? Oh God, my pants that I'm wearing have these holes. There has a hole right in the crotch area, right guys? Right there, in the crotch. And I love these pants so, so, so much, but Merv's already like fixed them a couple of times, and he's just like, live. Once they give, and it's just like,
They're getting to the point where
go on.
They're getting to the point where they are that fragile and that thin with the material that you put a needle in and pull it together, and it automatically rips straight away. So
Yeah.
they're at their end of their life, and when they're done now, they're done. Sorry, Dylan, but that's it.
Hey guys, like, I brought all those dresses and those skirts and whatnot, like, bought during the 100 degrees being in Queensland, but I never bought any pants, and I don't know why, because I don't remember checking them, because I need them to be in the material like this is, yeah? Oh, hey, this answers that thing. If you're still watching, the other necklace, yeah, literally had a pattern like that one. Look, it's on my pants for me. It fixes it, see? This one here, Merv, right? That.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me see. The other necklace had a design that looked something a lot like that.
Hindi.
Yeah, well, they're from India. So that was the pattern, and this was the other pattern,
That's
right?
the tree of life, I'm sure of it.
That's what I thought. And I was like, that's the tree of life. And then I saw another one, and I was like, okay, that's the tree of life. And now I'm like, but I think it is too. Either way, all I know is on the day I got it, which was whatever day that was, I put in one of the pads, because it comes with like a variety of different coloured little pads, and you can put a different like essential oil on each one. But I've only been using the same one the whole time, which happens. Oh, and it's machine washable. That is true. It came with this little thing with all of the stuff on the back of it, but I cannot figure out where I've put it. May have been thrown like the whole box, because I'd planned to like cut the thing out of it, but I also planned to purchase a new one, because like I said, we bought it for us. There's 4 in it, to see what they'd be like, and they're flipping nice, guys. Came out, packet of 4, for $10. There's a bunch of different kinds, but we got the rose bloom leaves and rose bloom leaves. There's one more, but I can't think of it. But they're all really sage. That's it. Look at that. I remembered all four. $10 for a packet of 4. Sage, leaves, bloom, and rose, and they all smell delightful. There's about 4 different types you can get that I recall. 4 different types, so they've all got different scents in them. Yeah. 4. No, there's 4 in the box. Yeah. Yeah, 4 sets of 4, right? Some of them I read and I was just like, like, I know Merv picked up a couple of, like, say, strawberry essential oils, and I've always just looked at it and gone, but actually, now that I've thought about it, I've never actually opened them and smelt them. I just looked at the name and done exactly what my favourite character in the whole world says not to do, and judged by its cover. Frankenfurter, for those who don't know. But yeah, but my point is, I grabbed a little box for the gift. Totally spaced on grabbing the big box that we actually need for ourselves. No one's saying that. I'm saying that we kind of need a new one. And then at the same time, the other one was full. But there were a lot of things that I'd gotten from Datora that I truly do not know. Or, like, there were so many. Happy's very happy, and that's awesome. I plan to literally make a very quick fucking video because I still have to clean up the poo, which I've forgotten about. But anyway, I have the box for the... that's true. I have the box for the gift. According to the post people, the gift should be here in the next day or 2. I obviously rescheduled my appointment that was supposed to be this afternoon and made it for my birthday, believe it or not, because if it wasn't today that I didn't go to, her next availability was either the 29th or the 30th of December, and in my head it made no sense whatsoever to go and see her on the 29th when my birthday is the 30th, and she's one of my favorite people in the whole world. So it's as dorky as it might sound to the next person, or as strange for that matter, that is how much I love my doctor, and I will be seeing her on my birthday. I made the appointment for 2:30 originally because I was like, I really want to give the post people enough time, heaven forbid, right? And then I realized that because the tracking kept, coming in, and it was actually a lot faster than I thought it would be. And people had always told me Temu was really fast, so it was pretty cool. Oh yeah, don't put it in there. Can't put the lip balm in the pocket. The lip balm has to go into the pouch. Anyway, what am I saying? What was I saying? The Temu, everything's arriving so fast, so I was able to quickly make myself an appointment for 11:45 in the morning on my birthday. And then that way it leaves the rest of the day to do something. I have absolutely no idea what, where, or whatever, but honestly, I'm happy to just spend my birthday, other than seeing my doctor, with Merv the way I imagine we're going to spend Christmas, which is like we spend every other day, and we're very happy doing what we do, or don't do for that matter. Contentment is quite nice, right? I'm quite content in life. Huh? A bit louder.
We have nowhere to be, nothing to do, and we will do what we want to do when we want to do it. Where we want to do it, how we want to do it.
Basically, yeah, it's like think by ourselves and the next person, right?
That's right.
Oh, you have no idea how happy I am to be back in Melbourne. I'm so happy. Wait, I think my sister asked me, and I haven't even asked you yet, actually. What's it like being in Melbourne?
What's it like being in Melbourne? Well, where do I begin? It's colder. It's wetter. Yeah, it's different. I can honestly say I have not been as cold as as I was yesterday since I arrived in Australia.
No shit.
No shit.
Hey, you've been here for like ever, haven't you?
I've been here since 1990, January 1990.
Jesus Christ, I was only 5 years old in 1990. That's
Yeah.
insane.
And last night, yesterday afternoon, last night was the coldest I've been since I've been in Australia when I arrived in 1990.
Oh man, that makes me... We definitely need to get new duvets. Like, fuck, man.
That's tomorrow's task.
Yeah, wow. No, I'm going to look
I had
online
to
and
put
figure
my
it all
bloody
out.
New Zealand bloody shirt on last night. I bought this in New Zealand when I went the last time on the last cruise we went, and I wanted to buy a swan dry.
A what?
A swan dry,
What does that mean?
which is it's like this, but it's heavier duty. It's water resistant, not waterproof, and it is the warmest, most comfortable, most amazing jacket you could ever buy if you go bushwalking or hiking or whatever. They are amazing. But since I was in New Zealand to when I went back and when the last time I visited there, they've become a specialty item which you can only get at a camping or tramping shop. And when I used to pay $40 or $50 for a swan dry, now you're paying in excess of $150 to $200 for a swan dry.
Oh, wow.
So this is the best I could buy with the short nose I had because I couldn't find a sports shop.
Oh,
So it's warm, it's nice. I've got one others because I gave one to you.
oh, that's packed away. You should have kept that one out.
But I
Oh,
got
it'll be
another
in
one.
the storage. We still got to figure out this whole storage thing.
But I got another one, and they are amazing. They are warm. They're comfortable. And
That's
down
good.
here in Melbourne, at this point in time, this is my friend.
Well, I hadn't actually thought of that, but now that you say that about the one that you gave me, I know obviously we haven't been to the storage shed yet. We literally,
That's my day.
we
Jackson.
let me try to think. Hold on. Oh, we got to remember 24 minutes, all right? Because in the description, I'm going to write that even like for people who don't watch all of it, right? And people who skip through stuff, yeah? I'm going to write it was approximately 24 minutes that I asked you what it's like being in Melbourne. I noticed the time. Are you stuck here, baby? Are you stuck, hey?
No, she's not stuck.
So what's she moaning at me for? Put on there, people. I'm trying to remember stuff for you. Yes. So, in case you don't like watching all the way through. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Merv. Now that I know what you're talking about, yeah, I remember obviously packing my clothes, right? And again, keeping in mind, everyone, that we thought we'd be on the road for approximately 3 to 6 nights, right?
Correct.
Being 3 because that's how I did it on the way up, being completely and utterly unrealistic. Merv, on the other hand, was saying that's not going to happen, Liv, right? That was on you.
No way we're going to do it in 3 days.
I actually would have to look at a calendar to work out how long it actually did take us in the end.
It took us 2,
Belle and I remember we were at for
5.
ages.
It took us 6 days to get here.
Yeah?
Yep.
I remember just finding that car park and just thinking how much bloody money we spent to like stay around the corner, and we were just able to stay there for 2 nights for free.
No. Counting that into account, taking that into account, we were there for
Exactly.
3 nights.
No, we spent three nights at
We're
the...
only going to be 2, but we ended up spending the 3rd night there. So that takes us to...
Wait, are you talking about in the car park or including the car park as well as the caravan park?
In the car park only.
We spent at least 2 nights there. It might have been 3 nights there.
It was 3 nights there.
Yeah, so that's 5 nights
So
in
that's-
Ballina.
That's, yeah, 5,
They make it
7,
11, wouldn't it?
11 nights, yeah.
It's my
7,
favourite
5,
number.
hang on. We left, it was 2 nights, 4 nights, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 nights took us to get here.
I reckon
So
it
10
took
days,
longer than
9,
that.
10 days.
Well, we drove throughout the night a couple times, dangerously.
Well, the first night we did.
That'll never happen again.
No, open hell. I will never, ever, ever let you or make you do that again.
No, I mean, and hey, people, just so you know, we're on the up and up. Obviously, we had the caravan with us, and multiple times we stopped along the way, and I could have stopped and had a nap and that, whatever, and I very much would have, and I've had to do that in the past, but like I was capable of doing it. I guess the point is what we're saying is, yeah, that's what I'm just saying, because I don't want people to think the wrong thing, obviously. I mean, but it was still like I said at the beginning of my last video, which I should have uploaded and I haven't yet started, and it currently at 31 minutes for this one. I have to figure out like the Wi-Fi situation. Like they must have Wi-Fi here, but be told, we are ecstatically happy to be where we're at, because our biggest issue was that everywhere could pretty much fit us in, except for the fact that there was the 24th and 25th of December for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then the 30th, the 31st and the 1st for New Year's Eve and the 1st of the year. And those 4 days were blacked out everywhere. So we would have been able to check in, for example, like we have here on the Friday. Right, today's the 22nd, so 21, 20, we checked in on the 19th of December 2025, where we're at here. We got here approximately, let's say 3 o'clock in the afternoon, roughly 2:30, 3 o'clock, whatever. I was unbelievably just wired for a while, and then I think I just passed out. I slept all the way through Saturday, most of the way through Sunday. I slept for, like, Merv told me to take my meds a couple times, so I eventually did that, and he got me up. He handed me porridge at 11 a.m, that much I remember, because he'd said to me, I'm gonna make breakfast at 10:30. Now, I don't fully understand this, so if you're still watching at 32 minutes and you do understand this, please tell me in the comments. Merv is this unbelievable sweetheart, as we're all seeing with our own 2 eyes. Like, honestly, everything I've gone through and been through was worth it to live with Merv. As bad as I have yelled and screamed and raged and cried, and we've all seen it at him and about him and everyone else. He's still here, obviously. He understands me, and he gives me, that's a whole nother thing. Like I said, we're 34 minutes in. My point is, when it comes to Merv, I am incredibly lucky, because I do feel like I've won the lottery in so many ways. Like, I've been imagining my perfect person to live with, like, for years, because when it comes to me, in a sense of like dating and romance and partners and sex and all of it, yeah, it doesn't exist to me anymore down here in 3D, right? I just have no interest. Do I still look at men and tell them to their face like I did in McDonald's a few nights ago? Oh my God, he was so sexy. Like yeah, he was gorgeous, wasn't he? He walked in and I just looked at him and I went, oh my God.
Yeah, he was African.
Oh, tall, athletic, black as black, muscles.
Purely whites.
Oh, he was unbelievable, and I couldn't help it. the thoughts, they don't stay in my head. Everything I was thinking, it just came straight out, and I was just like, I'm sorry. And then I just do what I always do, and I don't know, I get away with it. I'm lucky. I'm just like, the thoughts don't stay in my head, they come out. Like, I'm constantly telling people that they smell amazing, or there's no limits. This man walked into McDonald's and I literally took one look at him and I went, oh my God. I was like, you are so hot. Like drooling. Like if it was roles reversed, Jenna's reversed, it would be wrong. It would be bad. And I don't know what I'm supposed to... There's obviously plenty that someone could say about that, but in this exact moment, it is who I am. And I think, well, I have lots of thoughts about lots of things that we're not getting into this video, but the point is I couldn't. If I saw him again, I'd say it all over again. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like he was, my point is, he was someone. I always say, if I think that I could lick a person from head to toe, that means they are right up there with the 9s and the 10s, and this man I could have licked from head to toe.
That, my darling, was plainly obvious. I'm sorry.
I hope you can hear this. But even still, even with all of it, yeah, I don't date, yeah? I have no interest in dating. I have no interest in having sex. Don't get me wrong. There are moments, like in front of that man, where every single bit of me would say, oh, I don't care, throw that out the window. I would like to lick this man from head to toe. But I haven't actually had sex or been intimate in any kind of way with any kind of anyone in over 5 years. Yeah, it's the 8th of December is my anniversary for being celibate. And it's like, obviously not because I can't get any, because look at me and listen to me. I could sleep with whoever the fuck I want, whenever I want. It's just that simple. Right? I am allowed to be that cocky because every single man I've ever met, you can see it. It crosses their mind. How could it not? Even I would want to sleep with me. Man, I gotta stop talking. Who am I kidding? This is who I am. This is what I do. I'm not gonna stop shit. Finally, my bloody new stuff arrived, so I'm back with I got my fucking awesome new vape pens. I got 2 this time. I got 2 more of these, right? And I have 1 left on each one, and I can order them on the 27th of December. I came in here for something. I think it was a cigarette, but I do not want to smoke cigarettes. So maybe I need to think about something to drink instead. Merv's on his wine. And I don't like opening soft drinks. I never get anywhere the way through it before it gets flat, right? And I'm fairly certain... Well, no, technically I opened that for us when you were doing that, and then I went away to walk the dog, and then by the time I got back, I knew it would just be too flat. I also need to actually use the stupid selfie stick, right? Because I'm carrying this empty thing around with me so I can like QR the damn thing to teach me again how to use it, right? But alright, my cockiness has just made me all like super aware of myself right now because I don't want to be that person. Nope, overthinking it now. Overthinking it 1000%. I am who I am. And then in that I'm gonna sing as I watch the tattoo dissolve from my arm, right? Which I am so fucking happy about, people. Like when I first, the whole house and blah 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 and everything went kaput, yeah, I felt so incredibly guilty about having spent the money on my arm, right? Who do I have to feel guilty to, you might ask? I don't have anyone to feel guilty to. It's my money. I can do with what I want with my money, right? I have a degree at university. I studied a degree that incorporates all of the core units for psychology. It's the equivalent of doing an undergrad 3-year psychological science degree. The reason I'm saying it like this is because I've been in a bit of a debate. No, debate's definitely not the right word. An altercation happened, and let's just say I feel the need to clarify. If not for none of you, but more for when I watch this back, yeah? Where am I at? And I've lost it again. Merv thinks that the seals on the fridge door are busted, right? Oh, no, I'm just confusing myself. Because it keeps locking it, right? Oh, I want to have something to drink, but I don't know what. Oh, no, I know what I want.
Patio in there?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting. So, Kirk's, right, had half price stuff, $7.50, right? They used to be $5 a box before COVID. Now they're $15. Anyway, I used to get them all the time at $5 a box because I used to have my fridge full of soft drink. But not anymore. But long story short, I've just wanted to get this pistachio one because for some reason it makes me think of high school, living in Timaru, and the local swimming pool, and they had this like passion fruit flavour in the vending machine, and I don't think I've ever had it since then. I'm gonna tip or leave in there for later. Merv never ever waste a soft drink, right? Like whenever I started making the last video, right, people? Whenever I started making the last video, which I still haven't updated, I think it was like 6:10 or something. She's happy. At least we figured her out with the long rope and the sticks and stuff. Oh, I'm at that point where I'm like, what do I actually want to do? What? I think I want to eat food. I've just realized I'm hungry. And I actually do have lots of stuff to do. Like go on the Kmart and the Big W apps and figure out all the stuff we need because the places are going to be crazy busy. And I don't deal with crowds very well. You can feel everybody's energy and it just makes me super overwhelmed. Anyway, this is like a 43-minute video and my last one was well over 20 something minutes, so if you get all the way through this, good for you, and I will watch when I get there. Good night.
Bye y'all.
Bye.